All right, so we're picking up here, looking at building out our base and attaching our steering rack to the front. So I've kind of played a little bit, and I think this is where I want to be able to keep my parts. Now, I'm going to keep part of this a little bit loose, so if you want to modify your own, it's going to be fairly easy. But what we'll notice is if I go into our variable table from here, what you can see is because I've played with the width here, if I make that a little bit wider, let's go to 120, you can see these pieces here should automatically modify. So I come back over here in that width from there to there should be adjusted. Because I deleted that one, we don't have that dimension still in there. So let's bring that back over here. So that one wants to be our width divided by 2. And we need the hash at the beginning of it for it to recognize our dimensions. So now, because I removed that, we can see, I come back over here, and we can see the width has increased. So I'm going to leave that there so it's close to the edge of the wheels. But what we need to do next is think about how we're going to hold that in place. So I'm thinking I'm just going to add 4 bolt holes, 3mm bolt holes in their base there to be able to put through so it doesn't wiggle back and forward, hit the tires or anything like that. We can get more creative later, but that's going to be the simplest way that I want to be able to do that. So if I have a look at the width of that, about 35 between, and as long as it's somewhere in the center, within 20 from the center, that should be fine. So I'm going to come back over here and drop in those 2 holes on this side. So we want to have it from here, and I'm going to use that same equal, so I only have to do any of my bolt holes once. So I'm going to make that 20 from the middle, and I said 35 this way, and I'm going to then go equal, so they are now going to be the same. So now I have my 3mm holes. So if I go back, now we've got those set up. I should then have space for those to sit there, and he shouldn't then interfere with anything else. All right, next piece I want to do is I want to get this guy attached on the front here. So to do that, I'm going to start by just getting that center one in. So I want to have this line in line. So how far away is that from there? Center distance 12.6. So I'm going to put a hole in the middle, 12.6 there, to get him in place, and then I can add in my other pieces and tidy that up next. So 12.6 from that front edge. So I'm going to go back into my sketch. I'm going to put a circle. It's going to be the same size. So I'm going to go from here to here is 12.6. And I only need half of that. So I'm going to use trim, so which is the shortcut is M to cut that side, because I don't need the other one there. And I'm going to make that E for equal. We're using my constraints to make that the same size. So already I need to remove that little side there. So let's go back into that sketch. M to trim, and I'm just going to remove one of those and hit tick. So now that's done. What I might do is just try and lock this in. So I'm going to go 6 mils from there just to square it up. I'm going to bring that back just so I've got a little bit more space between the wheels and the piece there. And then bring that so it's in line there. Bring those a bit further forward so that we've got a bit of space from here. So 10, that should give me the space I need. All right, let's see how that goes, bringing that in. So I'm going to go M for mate. I'm going to bring that center in line with the top of that one. I'm going to go tick and see how that looks now. So that part lines up. I'm going to have to move those back a little bit so that they don't interfere there, but otherwise that's not looking too bad. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to move those bolt holes back a little bit. And let's go 5 there instead. Tick. All right, so what you're noticing at the moment is we're probably jumping quite a bit between those two things. What we can do is there's a thing called edit in context. So now we've kind of got everything about where we want it to. I'm going to right click on that base and there's editing context. I'm going to create a new context. And what we see now is the part that we've got is there with everything else from that assembly shadowed in. So what we want to be able to do now is I'm going to go onto that sketch and we can see we have those extra holes where we want them. So I'm only going to work on this side. So I should be able to find how far that is from there. So center distance is 25. So let's go another circle and add that in there. Dimension 25. That's lined up. E for equal, so they're the same size. That's there. And I'm going to do the same thing with a circle for this guy. In line there. E for equal. And then that looks pretty close to what it needs to be. And thankfully, when I design things, I kind of tried to keep the dimensions right. Now, what I do need to do now is I probably need to think about where that needs to be able to pivot from. So I'm going to have a wheel through here. Depending on the dimension of the wheel that I have, I'm going to lose quite a bit of this space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a line. I'm going to start in line with that one. And I'm going to bring him down, let's say 20 that way. And then I'm going to bring it down that way and then back out. I don't know how this is going to look. I'm going to leave that loose. The line that I do want to align is this one. So I'm going to use coincident. So it aligns there with that one. And what that will do is pull that, and you can see that that's now locked in. That one now can be changed still. So we'll see what happens as we go with that. So now when I tick out, I'm going to just be happy with that. So I'm just going to remove one of those lines. I can always add it in later so that it will automatically keep that as we go. So now I've got that in place. I've got bolt holes to attach that through. We're looking good. So I'm going to go done out of that. I can go back over here, and what we'll see is we've got attachment points, we've got our space for him. So the next thing we're going to have a look at is, I think, maybe the wheels, and then we can look at mounting him and then start looking at what we might do for our front frame and what we need to do to be able to attach some balloons at the back. So well done so far. We'll pick up and look at designing some wheels for this next.